Is this by chance your cat, Claus?
Oh, my beloved Claus. Where have you been? You look exhausted, old friend.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Would you mind lending me the key to the old cable car?
You've been so kind to me today. You have reunited an old man with his loyal cat. I'd have given you everything. My heritage, my stocks, my startups. Yet all you desire in your modesty is this aged key. Here you are. I can't fathom what you may want with it, but please take it.
Good morning.
You've been so kind to me today. You have reunited an old man with his
I met a woman named Gretchen in Trüberbrook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
Hello.
Hey.
About the cable car?
What was the problem with the power line again?
We have to fix the high voltage power cord in order to get the cable car running. If you touch it, it will fry your synapses. We still have to reconnect the loose ends somehow. Anything else I can help you with?
Yes, I was just about to ask. I wonder what interest the burglar has in my paper.
Presumably not the brightest candle on the cake. Who else would steal a paper on quantum physics?
So, how long have you been here?
The day before yesterday. Feels much longer though. And just saying, the public transportation around here? Germany is a mess.
Why Trüberbrook of all places? It's hard to find, even on a map. But I'm not from these parts after all.
I've been trying to pinpoint the exact location of those ritual grounds for a while now. And when I finally found them, I immediately took off. The people around here are nice, but also a little weird, don't you think?
Now that you mention it,
Tell me about yourself.
what would you like to know?
So you're from the States, huh?
The United States of America.
Where from exactly?
Woodinville, Washington.
Never heard of it. Any bigger cities nearby that I might know?
Seattle, the rainy jewel of the Northwest. Heard of it?
Oh yes, I know the place. I was passing through some time ago.
You've been to the States?
Yes, once. That was a few years back though. Actually, I had come to New York to attend a conference. But then I got acquainted with some folks there and stayed a while longer.
A while longer. In New York City?
Not the whole time, no. Took a little road trip. First off to the New England states, Boston, Waterville, all the way up to Moosehead Lake, Mount Katahdin and so on. Then Canada and the Midwest. Montreal, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago. On and on. Then Washington State. Sort of got stuck there. Oregon, down to San Francisco. Ah, those were the days.
Wow. You must have passed through Seattle on the way then.
Yes, maybe. And that's where you study?
No, I studied on the East Coast. The Cornell, Ithaca, under Dr. Schrodinger. Have you heard of him?
Ah, of course. Now I understand why you're on exchange in Germany.
Exchange? No, it's more of a coincidence. I won the trip.
You won?
Don't ask me. I've never taken part in any lottery.
Interesting. Uh-huh. So.
I'm sure this will take us up the mountain.
You're a funny man, Tannhauser. I like it.
I've already made an entry on this.
The local gondola lift's hauling cables seem to be intact, although there aren't any gondolas or mining carts attached to it. A smell of oil and soil lingers in the air.
I've already made an entry on this.
It's a well-known fact that weasels, the present judging by last resort,
That's not how it works. Wooden fences always remind me of my old neighborhood. Locked.
Good morning.
You've been so kind to me today. You have reunited an old man with his loyal cat.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
Is there not a single policeman in this godforsaken hole?
God-forsaken? Be careful what you say. The inspector is in charge of the whole county. And it has been 15 years since something happened in Trüberbrook. A dog had run off, if I remember correctly. Would you like to hear the story?
Not really. Just keep me informed, please.
Of course, Mr. Tenhauser.
About the cable car?
Sure. What else do you want to know?
Do you have an idea what became of the Baron's cat?
After he had lost the mine, the cable car, and his wife, all that remained was a kitten. If you ask me, it was probably a bit too much for the poor creature.
What was it again that happened to the Baron's cat?
After he had lost the mine, the cable car, and his wife, all that remained was a kitten. If you ask me, it was probably a bit too much for the poor creature.
Would you wrap up the whole story in detail for me again?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to be, they are called, a very dubious...
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser.
Now look at all these fishing rods. Quite the collection.
You can borrow one if you like, but only in exchange for a pawn. They have a tendency to get lost otherwise.
Pawn? You mean deposit? Now look at all these fishing rods.
You can borrow one if they have a tendency.
Pawn? You mean deposit?
Locked.
I need to know what happens next. Hey, mister!
Excuse me, didn't mean to.
I'd rather not disturb the little one. I'm not tired.
Hey, mister!
I don't want to mess up the crime scene.
I've already made an entry.
Supplemental. I'm a... This leads to the rooms. A dim oil painting showing a couple of withering roses in a vase. Some of the...
I'll save you, my little friend.
I don't want to take this with me. If anywhere, it belongs in the trash.
Now look at all these fishing rods.
You can borrow one. They have a tendency.
Pawn? You mean deposit?
They don't seem to have... That's not how it works. I have to insert a coin first.
Good morning.
You've been so kind to me today. You have reunited an old man with his loyal cat.
The next city is like 1,000 miles away. I put a nice fluffy blanket over the top of that rowboat. Locked.
Hilarious the Unready, Margrave of Trüberbrook.
Conqueror of the Dragon, savior of Trüberbrook, yep. In the year of our Lord, 1250. The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house.
As you well know, Beverly, I am a man tempered by a sober lifestyle. However, I keep dwelling on the fact that a sheer infinite amount of states of matter can lie between expectation and reality.
My accommodation, the guest house Vadest Lust, looks slightly more luxurious in the notification. Small ads, postings, announcements.
They're holding a town fair tonight with a band and a raffle.
Today's menu, nothing.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home. Oh, thanks. For me?
Does this device suffice as a deposit in exchange for the fishing rod?
Yes. Feel free to leave it here.
Yes, that sounds like a good deal.
Just be sure to bring it back, will you?
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser.
Well then, good catch.
What the? Can opener?
I put a nice fluffy blanket over the top of that. Now it's a case for the metal restorer. I professionally disassembled this town's landmark, an old set of armor, in a fit of passion. Note to self, make another appointment with the clinical psychologist.
I don't want to frighten him.
Hilarious the Unready? Is that you?
I don't want to frighten him. Hi.
Hey,
I wonder what interest the burglar has in my paper.
presumably not the brightest candle on the cake. Who else would steal a paper on quantum physics?
About the cable car. And you really want to go up there?
Why, are you afraid? Whatever we find over there could be of great importance to the Institute of Anthropology. Come on already! And that cable car looks sturdy enough, doesn't it?
Gretchen, what was it that you do for a living again?
I'm an anthropologist. I am conducting research on an ancient Proto-Germanic culture that is believed to have settled right here in this area. That was some 2,000 years ago, though.
What kind of a cult is it you're looking for precisely?
A Proto-Germanic cult here in the mountains. Proto-Germanic meaning before the Germans. Anyway, this place is supposed to have been a holy site to those Proto-Germans, where they made contact with their gods. Exciting, huh?
Okay, I'll try to come up with something.
Anything else I can help you with?
No thanks. That'll be all for now. Well then, bye.
Bye! See you soon!
Voila. There's a current again.
I'll just leave it like that.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Man, you're some klutz! We'll meet on top! In case you manage to find a way! See ya!
Hello? Hello?
Fascinating.
Neck circumference 39 centimeters. Heart rate 66 steady. Generally neglected, yet overall stable condition. Vigilance decrement, patient somnolent. Reduced effect display. Skin pigmentation livid. Nutritional basic needs barely met. Muscular system recessive, possible myopathy. Barrel-shaped thorax, strongly noticeable funnel chest. Raisin-colored nodes on both sides of the mid-clavicular line in the fourth ICS. Marfan syndrome, arachnodactyly. Lower extremities atrophic. Enormous kyphosis. Extremities bilaterally impaired, reduced muscle tone. Weak monosynaptic reflex. Past finger-nose coherence test line without anomalies. Abdomen flexible, no hardening. Overly vibrant bowel noises. Brisk peristalsis. Reduced breathing sound, right-hand side, basal. Rattling sounds over both lungs. Split second heart tone. Severe nasal acromegaly. Carrot-shaped midfacial neoplasm. Creamy nasal secretion. Tongue drifting to the left. Dental state desolate. Pupils bilaterally round and medium wide. Sluggish reaction to light bilaterally. Sclera jaundiced, downbeat nystagmus. Corneac reflex bilaterally delayed. Neck circumference 39 centimeters. Hyperreflexia, mood agitated. Patient's condition unclear.
Where am I?
Patient has regained consciousness and appears responsive.
Excuse me, please. Could you tell me where I am?
Patient's orientation to person, space, time, and dimension remains unclear. I have to ask you a couple of questions. How are you feeling?
Ouch.
Who are you?
My name is Hans.
What are you doing here?
I was just about to ask you the same question.
Assuming you knew, where have you been born or assembled?
I'm not from here. I come from far away.
Have you ever had a déjà vu?
You're talking crazy talk.
Have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
You are going to have an out-of-body experience in a moment, pal.
Interesting. Please remain prepared for further examinations.
Are you even listening to me?
I'm afraid we can't let you leave until we have verified your right to stay. It's for your own safety. Just knock the door loud and clearly when you feel able to undergo a few more experiments. I'll be there to pick you up. The patient's status remains unclear.
I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Dr. Römmler, please behave.
They took away all my cool gadgets and locked me up in this small room. I tried protesting, but to no avail. What have I gotten myself into? It definitely doesn't feel like a relaxing summer vacation so far. locked tight. Brute force won't help. Why, of course. But where? Blech. It's covered in mold. A good dose of chloride is the only option. No water pressure. Or clogged. A coin. It fell right out of the shower head. And right into my inventory for some cosmic reason. The benefits of capitalism. Fried. I could use this to climb to the hatch. I need a very special tool to unscrew those very small screws.
It doesn't have a coin slot. It doesn't have a coin slot.
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
I refuse to take part in your tests.
As you wish. After all, I can force you. Or can I?
A list of patients. I can barely imagine what these poor souls must have gone through. Sanatorium Paradiso, a beautifully situated retreat, fresh forest air, wooded mountain slopes, established high cuisine. I need the right combination. Not as long as the snoring bully is sitting there.
He's sound asleep, but I'd rather not push my luck.
Iron bars? This place is a prison. Sanatorium Paradiso. What a strange place. This door is sealed by a humongous lock. Sanatorium Paradise, a beautifully established.
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
Fine then, I'm ready. That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. He's going to flick the switch on me if I make even the slightest move.
Could you adjust the contrast settings?
Now just get going already.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of your associative capabilities. A sort of warm-up, if you will. We are going to show you a series of images, and you will tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. First image.
A mesh of dots and lines, like the neural pathways of a nervous wreck. Ever heard of social anxiety?
Fascinating. Second image.
You are aware that all of this is totally obsolete, right?
If you say so. Now focus, please. Image number 3.
A beautiful butterfly. Have you ever been bitten by a butterfly? No, me either.
Remarkable. And we're done. That's that. Mr. Tenhauser, there is no need to play games anymore. It's your decision to make. We both know you'll run out of excuses sooner or later. That's when we've got you. Then you'll have nowhere left to hide. We know who and what you are. Ultimately, it's up to you to take that first step into the right direction. Let's keep you here for the time being. Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip.
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Forget it. Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
Fine then, I'm ready. That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. He's going to flick the switch on me if I make even the slightest move. Now just get going already.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of your associative capabilities. A sort of warm-up, if you will. We are going to show you a series of images, and you will tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. First image?
The universe. But it could also be a cup of latte from a top-down perspective.
I knew it. Second image?
A spaceship. The Andromeda. Oh, no it isn't.
Just as expected. Image number 3.
An angel. Or maybe Valkyries? You Germans like Valkyries, don't you?
Remarkable. And we're done. I'm not 100% convinced yet. Maybe you had us fooled all along. Let's keep you here for the time being. Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip. Fried. Odd. Construction schematics for a quantum discriminator. Never heard of it. I am a quantum physicist for what it's worth. X-rays. The wonders of science. A pretty steep downslope. I guess I'll have to find another way. I'll take it with me. It might come in handy should I need an improvised hat. No coals, no matches. A pretty steep downslope. I guess I'll have to find another way. As beautiful as the view is, I think I'd rather leave. Not as long as the snoring bully is sitting there. I need the right combination. I'm not really going to have to replace the fuses, right? My dad always used to say, son, whatever you do, stay away from fuse boxes.
It doesn't have a coin slot.
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
I refuse to take part in your tests.
As you wish. After all, I can force you. Or can I?
Where the heck am I? It's locked tight. Brute force won't help.
There's something written on the wall.
Well, thanks, I guess. They don't seem to take hygiene too seriously around here. I'd rather not know what happened here. I'll try with this code someone left on the wall. Interesting. These seem to be the medical records.
There you are! You must be lost.
Excuse me, is this the way to the restrooms?
No more lame excuses. We are going to perform the test. Now.
That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now. He's going to flick the switch on me if I make even the slightest move. Come on, let's get it over with.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of your associative capabilities. A sort of warm-up, if you will. We are going to show you a series of images, and you will tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. First image?
War.
That is unexpected. Second image?
Cookies, molehills, and daddy issues. What if I made up all these along the way? You'd never know.
If you say so. Now focus, please. Image number 3.
Unnecessary violence.
Extraordinary. And we're done. Counting in the benefit of the doubt, I think you've just met the criteria to pass. Next up is self-assessment, ranging from 1, very inaccurate, to 4, very accurate. How would you rate the following statements? I often feel controlled by others.
2.
I enjoy carrying a lot of stuff with me.
3.
I don't bring matters to an end.
I'm leaning towards a 2.
I often get the impression that my life and the world around me is nothing but an illusion.
It's a 2. Yeah, kind of. Not really, though. 2 is 50%, right?
Thank you. Next, we are going to show you a few colors. Please describe them as elaborately as possible. Let's begin. So, what do you see? Please describe this color as precisely as possible.
Soothing. Like a quiet day spent fishing with Aunt Lottie.
How do you feel about this color? Anything particular that meets the eye?
Kitsch. Like happy little accidents. Calm, humble, and inspiring.
Thank you. And what are your associations with this color?
Uplifting. A cute kitten fighting over a ball of twine with another very cute kitten.
Remarkable. If you had to put a name on this shape, what would it be?
Truda. Like the mother I never knew.
And this one?
Triangle. Trinity. The whole idea of it. The 3 wide open seas. The 3 apostles. The 3 wonders of the world, and all 3 of the important beetles.
Thank you. That's that. Now a few questions where you have to make a decision. Would you rather have landed in Roswell or crashed on the moon?
Either is fine. Technically, both would make me an astronaut.
Would you rather be in the Cold War wearing short pants or in a very hot war wearing an anorak?
You know the answer. A gentleman doesn't wear short pants.
Would you rather have a hammer toe or sickle cell anemia?
Stop. Hammer toe.
Would you rather want to have Heinz Erhardt's expertise in economics or Ludwig Erhardt's sense of humor?
My name is Tannhauser, and I'm your host for tonight.
Would you rather be an eagle with a shell or a turtle with wings?
Is this about calculating the aerodynamics of a turtle shell in relation to a given wingspan?
Thank you. Think of your childhood. What are the first 3 items coming to your mind?
Endless summer vacations.
Are you sometimes afraid of the day your true identity becomes uncovered?
Well, yes. Aren't you?
Do you sometimes feel that everything is just about to happen, while all of it has already been decided?
Yes.
Congratulations, my dear Mr. Tannhauser. You have passed the associative test with excellent results. I have no more doubts that you are a real human.
A real That's what this was all about?
I apologize for the inconvenience, but one can never be sure these days. It's our civic duty to track down and detain these aliens. They are among us. Mark my words, Mr. Tannhauser. You are free to go. Please show yourself out.
I'm a human being, of flesh and blood, and now I'm going home. Aliens? You must be out of your minds. This is an act of illegal detention. I know my rights. Prepare to get sued.
I'll leave the key under the doormat.
Where am I? Hello? Anybody there?
This way.